Peace, family. Welcome to another episode Underground Railroad Productions. This is your host, Brother Rich. I'm back with the living legend, Professor Griff. Welcome back to the show, brother.
Peace, Brother Rich. It's always a pleasure to be black. Yeah, we had to move it to Thursday because of unforeseen circumstances and situations in life just kind of come up. We just got to make it happen when we can make it happen. I'm doing this one under the stars outside, man. It's a beautiful night, so it's time to take a walk, get some fresh air, man. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That is what's up.
Yeah.
You in Atlanta?
No. I'm actually in Bowie, Maryland, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually in Maryland.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk to you real quick tonight, Professor Griff, about hip-hop culture.
Mm-hmm.
And what exactly I want to talk to you about. Rick Ross just did an interview on the Breakfast Club, Professor Griff, and the topic of misogyny and sexism is being discussed because of some things he said. Let me read to you exactly what he said, and I want to get your take on some of the things the brother said. Recently, when asked by the host, Angela Yee, what was the deal with the lack of woman on his label, MMG, Rick Ross replied by saying, I never did it because I always thought I would end up effing the female rapper and effing the business up. I'm so focused on my business, I got to be honest with you. She's looking good. I'm spending so much money on her photo shoots. I got to F a couple of times. So, with that being said, Professor Griff, there's a lot, there's always been talk about the lack of females in the hip-hop game, in the entertainment industry, or, just females coming out with projects, period. And we know, a lot of the times there's white men, that's the executives, controlling things behind the scenes. And there's always, rumors that women are always talking about, not just rumors, women are always talking about how they're constantly being hit on by men, that it turns them off with the business of things. Like, I'm a music producer, and sometimes when I work with female artists, they constantly complain to me about how every producer they mess with or artist want to get some. They think it's more than just business. So I want to talk to you about what Rick Ross said, Professor Griff. Is he just being honest? Some people look at it. I was reading the comments under the Breakfast Club video. A lot of people felt as though this man is avoiding temptation. He's being perfectly honest and letting you know what his weakness is. And depending on how you look at it, a lot of people saying this is exactly what's wrong with the hip-hop game. Discrimination against women, because you can't be around a woman unless you got to have sex with her. Professor Griff, whatever you say, somebody's going to complain. Today. They may say you're siding with the females too much. They may say you're not siding with them enough. Professor Griff, what's your opinion on what the brother Rick Ross said and your whole take on sexism in hip-hop?
Well, you could look at it. One of two ways. You can look at it from the position of he's just being very honest and very open. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's up? How you feel, man? You good? I'm doing this interview real quick with Brother Rich. So, all right. Yeah, this is the price I got to pay for being outside. Yeah, but people can say, okay, well, he's being honest. See, now that the brother's being honest, how come y'all can't accept that? Well, we accept it, but I think he's just being atypical of men in the industry, and it's supposed to be the music business, but yet we find some of our own holding some of our own back. That's a case of the oppressed now becoming the oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to misogyny, that has always been there in music. Listen, it was the language of racism, of white supremacy that said sex sells. Well, if sex gonna sell, and they gonna sell it, hell, why can't the music producer get some? Why can't the bass player and the drummer get some? Why can't? And this is right across the board as far as the music industry is concerned. You got record execs and other people jockeying for position to get in line. You understand what I'm saying? And women are finding it more and more difficult to quote unquote break into the industry because of this kind of madness that goes on. And then subsequently, in some cases, not all, don't take this the wrong way, y'all, some cases, women say to themselves, well, I might as well deal with another woman. If I got to constantly deal with that, I'm not saying that they use that as an excuse. I'm just saying in some cases, this is what's happening. But back to Ricky Ross, Ricky Roger, whatever he calls himself. He's atypical. Atypical of thinking that because you're in this lofty position in the music industry and you're the gateway for some young sister having talent and using this to get up out of her present condition and get into the music industry, it's almost like, it's almost like this is her dues that she has to pay, so to speak. And I think this is sad. Sad because, and I must just say this outright, sad because I heard that, I saw it, and I'm like, wow, I got daughters, I got a granddaughter, I got sisters. You understand what I'm saying? I got aunties and cousins that are females, that are talented. You understand what I'm saying? And then I thought about it deeper. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't he have a daughter? Don't his mom and his sister help run his business? I was like, wow, this is crazy. I wonder what they have to say about that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sure there's women that work on the label, and to hear the owner of the label, the CEO of the label, making comments like that in reference to women, this shows you we have a long, 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 long way to go. I heard him say that he would let a woman off the hook or give her a pass if she's connected to one of his homies. He'll spare her, he said. I was like, wow.
Right, yeah.
Wow. And you mean to tell me you don't think that there's going to be no repercussion? Let's just say your sister was talented and she got signed to Dude's label and he came at her like that, Brother Rich. You're not going to stand idly by and watch that go down like that. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is atypical situations that go on in the music industry, and this is atypical male just demonstrating the fact that we haven't grown up yet. This is a grown male pretending like he's a grown man just because he's in a position in the music industry, having to use every woman that comes through the door. And that's sad, man. That's sad.
Well, you mentioned his sister and his mother, and they help with his label. And he did issue a semi-apology today, saying his comments were insensitive and that, his businesses is helped run by powerful females. What I want to ask you about is, why do you think a lot of people feel as though men have a softness for their mother? They view their mother or their sister as, respectable woman, but every other female out there could get it. So people will say, well, what about your mother? In a situation like this, what about Rick Ross's mother? And dudes will say, shit, my mother don't act like the woman these days. My mother's generation and these women and women in these generations, those are two completely different people, Professor Griff. And the fact that you even compare those two is kind of disrespectful to my mother. What's your response to something like that?
My response to that would simply be, but are they still women?
Right.
They're still women. Some of us act, so to speak, or acting other than our own self because up on the system of supremacy, and I'm sure his mama thought of it too. But if we deal with it by individual cases, we could point out things that happened in his mom's life that she'd like to share with other women. Just to sum that question up, that sister would probably get some serious instruction and a lifetime of experience from his mom if she could only get back to the front door. But she can't get past the front door because looking at her and wanting to sign her because of her talents. And of course, nowadays in the music industry, you gotta look like a little something. I'm saying to you, if she gets past the front door to get those valuable lessons, it's very difficult because it's critical. This is the time now. I was saying when we got cut off, I was saying this is the time where that sexual energy is rising to the surface for everybody to see it for what it is. Drake in Houston trying to free strippers and retire their jerseys. We got Usher being put on Front Street because they passing on herpes to women.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We on the heels of the whole R. Kelly thing. Got women locked in a goddamn house for that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. This is critical, man, and this is showing the world of how we view our. This is a reflection of Rick Ross's mom. This is a reflection of Usher's mom. This is a reflection of R. Kelly's mom. And all of our mothers who have fought, bled, and died to see that we get to this point. Who paid for the music classes, who sacrificed to see that these brothers get to where they are. But yet they turn around and do this and almost listen to their own mothers. This is bad. I'm sure his mom didn't prove it. That's why he had to go to his PR team and do some damage control. And put out an apology. You know, goddamn well, his ass sit down and write the damn apology. Stop that, man. That sounds like a woman wrote that. I mean, but if he signed off on it, maybe that's how he feels. You understand what I'm saying? But that's truly sad for those of us that have sisters, daughters, nieces with talent that want to be in the music industry. We have to kind of school our children not to turn into sexual predators like him. It's sad, man. And I'm saying, I'm listening to these cats and me, man. It's like, I want to have a conversation with man to man faces. We can sit down and talk. No bodyguards, no public, no Facebook, no YouTube, no cameras. Let's just talk. Older man to younger man. You understand what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, O'Shea, call me, man. My number 678-557-2919. I'm thinking Big Dog, he put out a 44 album would have taught some of these younger brothers some lessons. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But they didn't track those lessons from home. They really didn't. I'm thinking maybe he put this out for some of the brothers to listen to it. Okay, you know something? Let me go up from a grown male to a grown man. I start treating women across the board. I'm talking about every woman. The secretary. I'm talking about sisters working goddamn Piccadilly's. And unfortunately, if she ends up in damn strip clubs, respect her too. You understand what I'm saying? She don't deserve respect. We're gonna watch some of the sisters up in that place in that condition that they in, right or wrong. We're gonna go and make the situation worse. Some of the sisters are up in that space, man, got talent. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And looking for a way out. But we come along and we want to make it matter worse. We put the game proverbial nail in the coffin, man. That's sad, man. That's sad. It truly is.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the fact that certain women prey on men with power, men with money, men who are multi-millionaires, a lot of women prey on, a lot of these groupies sometimes prey on them to, hurry up and have a baby so they could be set for life. The fact that this happens, a lot of men tend to, they just like Chris Brown said, the hoes ain't loyal philosophy. Because women are preying on them, they tend to lose respect for women in general. So this type of behavior by Rick Ross, do you partly blame that on the behavior of the woman that he's surrounded by because they out there acting like groupies and hoes, so he feels as though, shit, this is how I got to treat them because this is what I see within my circle around me?
Just because, Rich, I came up in the music industry, just because I scoped around me, it didn't make me want to act like that. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And you right to a degree on both sides. There are women out there that we saw in the movie Get Out. She had her eye on brothers that was in the same thing that was coming in the basketball and the football leagues. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying to you that our women that are out there, we used to call them go-getters.
Mm-hmm.
Get-a girls, we used to call them. And there are women out there They have to eye on a few brothers, and yeah, they go out and do their thing. You understand what I'm saying? However they gotta do it. Would I say most women do that? No. No, most women don't do that. Not at all. Are there men out there that only look at women and some casual sex or cheap or whatever? Let me tell you something. Music industry and its environment, the environment that we create, whether it's the club, whether it's act prom, whether it's hotel lobby, whether it's studio, whether it's backstage or whatever, fosters that kind of thinking, that kind of vibration, that kind of atmosphere. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you add liquor, weed, pills, and brothers and sisters with no knowledge and no damn discipline, yeah, man, it's a goddamn food for all for the rich. It truly is. It truly is. So you run in both cases. All women out there that do that. All men out there that only look at women as sexual objects. How this woman can please me right now. What not later on? You understand what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I already got a woman at home, so yeah, this is just for the night. Those women, some women know that and have that in the back of their mind, and they got long range plans. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying shit like, what's my name? Black China? What's her mom name? I got a damn mom name, but I'm just damn YouTube clip recently, and I'm looking at this thing like, what the hell? I mean, what if we kind of got ourselves into here with mom demonstrating that kind of behavior, and then daughter going out to sleep with famous people to get money and have baby bodies and that kind of thing? This is sickening, man. This is truly sickening. It really is, man. No kind of stuff is happening, first of all, and going on. Because I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. I'm not oblivious to the fact that this kind of happens. I'm like, now it's for the whole entire world to see. And the world is looking at black women like, damn, you see? That's what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. So I don't care if the women that are listening and say, well, that's good. That ain't me. Well, that's how they view all of us, sis. That's how they view all of us. The black man is an uncontrollable brute, animalistic, succumbing to his lower nature all the damn time. And the woman is just loose as hell, full of damn tricks, running games. You can play with the black woman. This is sad. This is sad. It's truly sad, man. There are women out there, like I said, awesome men out there to understand this particular dynamic and take advantage of it.
Well, what do you think about pet names in the workspace, Professor Griff? You know, somebody who might see a female and say, "Hey, baby girl, good morning, baby girl," or "Hey, pretty," or "Hey, sexy," or whatever. All the pet names that's out there. Do you see a problem with that, Professor Griff, when men speak like that to women in the workplace?
I think it's very, very, very disrespectful, and a lot of women disagree with me. And I'm preparing myself for the nasty messages that gonna leave up. I just think that's disrespectful. I've been married twice, for the rich. Mm-hmm. And at that time, my wife used to come and tell me, is it appropriate for a man to say, yeah, good morning, sweetheart? I'm like, probably wouldn't if there was a company function and your husband was there. I said, but you got to stop it as soon as it happens.
Right.
Not let it all down the road, not just poke yourself and say, look, you're just being friendly, blah, blah, blah. But seriously, my name is Gina. Just call me Gina. You understand what I'm saying? It's a story. Right. It's a story. And Kenny probably married himself when I crossed that line. You understand what I'm saying? But then you got someone to go on for years, and then when their husband gets whiff of it, it's like, well, what are you doing? So you can let me do all you say what's on, because those are the cute little name. It's a pet name. It just rubbing against you, and then it's hugging you too long, and then it leads to a whole bunch of other things. Because men feel if they can get away with that, she open, she loose, she ready, she wants some, she yada yada yada. Right. I'm talking about non-verbal communication now, Brother Rich.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is very disrespectful. Just like women think it's cute in workspace to pat a man on his ass and all that other kind of stuff. Because women now, they treat men like women have always been treated. I just say, keep it business if you're in the workplace. This is a work environment. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So keep it business and keep it professional. To the point where you don't disrespect yourself or your mate, or even if you're single. You don't want to be labeled as the chick anybody say anyone to in the workplace. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. All of us, man. All of us need to grow the fuck up. For real, man. Because our children are watching how this stuff is going down, man. And they're watching and going on what we do, not what we say. And they looking at it like this is the way I should conduct myself. Oh, the only way I can actually the man get some butt injections, become a stripper, become what men like to see. And that's probably the only way I can get a man, or one of the only ways I can get a man. Wow. For real? Come on now. Come on. Not too many women owning record labels or in the position that Rick Ross is in. But more than likely, a talented woman, a sister coming up, young girl coming up, have to deal with the R. Kellys of the world, have to deal with the Rick Ross of the world and the Ushers of the world, and the Drake. But I can't see someone handling Aretha Franklin like that. Could you? I can't see someone handling Anita Baker like that.
No,
I can't see someone handling President Bell like that. For real, I just can't say it, man. Gina Bell, I just can't. That just Mary Jackson. You see what I'm saying? I just can't. I can't see it, man. I can't.
Well, I got one more question for you, Professor Griff. I got to end the show a little early tonight. What I want to ask, my last question for you, why does it seem sometimes, my previous question, I brought up the what about men who feel as though, women are basically prostituting themselves to wealthy men when they hear this story from Rick Ross. And it makes me think about the whole Black Lives Matter thing. If we're faced with certain injustices and we say Black Lives Matter, some white people or other people will get mad and say, well, our lives matter too. And we're like, well, we're not saying your lives don't matter, but what we're saying is that there's injustice that we're being faced with that we're talking about. And it sort of seems that way, like in a situation like this, when I read the comments, people get offended because you're talking about sexism in the workplace. So they talk about what their group is going through. Well, black women are doing this to black men. And it always turns into, well, what about what my group is going through? Instead of just focusing on what we're talking about. So a lot of males will actually get offended by this conversation, and they will get offended by you even defending going against Rick Ross's statements as if it's saying something about them. So talk to me about, the same way when we say, we're against police brutality, somehow they equate that to we hate police, and we're just saying, we're against police brutality. That's what we're saying. So why do you think one group gets offended when another group is talking about the injustices that they're specifically faced with?
Well, Rich, it's interesting that you should ask that question, and that being the last question, because I had a conversation with an Irish gentleman today. And this guy, very, very nice, very pleasant, very humble, very real, very forthcoming. And he said he tried to equate his family's struggle and plight, Irish people's plight, to black people. In saying how other whites, other Europeans treat the Irish like niggas. I said, just in what you said, sir, is the answer to what we're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I said, but listen, at the end of the day, the Irish people, do they still have their names? They still come out of that coast intact? Did you have your name? Did you get raped? Did you get molested? Did you get the language taken away from you? Did they take your body away from you? No, sir. None of this ever happened to the Irish people. And you got treated bad by other whites because you view Irish as niggas. But none of these other things happen to you the way they happen to black people. So you can compare on one minuscule level. You understand what I'm saying? And he went on and on to say how if you're talking about this elitist group, 65, whatever you want to call them, they hate me like they hate you. I said, no, sir. They probably hate you, but they really hate my ass. You understand what I'm saying? And they seek to destroy me. All right? There's not an ongoing plan on several different levels to destroy you and 7 generations behind you, sir. That's just not happening with the Irish people. You may be behind the whites, but it is ridiculous to what black people. I started running down the history, and all of a sudden now, he has to get off the phone. Well, we started talking about Office 21. When I started running down Goodbye Uncle Tom, when I started running down some of the documentation that I want for him to take down so he can go check these things out, he wanted to get off the phone. I said, listen, this is documented by white people's treatment of black people. Irish people were never castrated. Now, sir, as we speak, there's a judge that's offering brothers, black men, 30 days off the city. They're sterilized. Well, now as we speak, sir.
Yeah.
I said, why do you answer that? He says, well, didn't that? I'm like, come on, man. Come on. I said, I mean no disrespect. And he said, I don't mean any disrespect. I said, no. We can be very polite, courteous to one another on this call that we're on. He says, I really respect that, man, because I didn't want to expect calling you. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I see you angry, sometimes I see you laughing and joking, but I listen to you, man, and I said, well, I'd like to talk to that guy, Griff. I just picked up the fucking phone. I said, well, what the fuck? Let me call him. Griff, how you doing? Look, yeah. So I answered the phone, and we can engage that particular conversation. And I just had to let him know that when we say Black Lives Matter, we've seen that out of you, not you individually, sir, white people that put together a system called racism and supremacy. The target has been black men. It's a lot deeper than what I'm telling you, sir. But the target is black men to destroy black men. And everyone that's associated with the black man, I don't care if it's the child, the wife, auntie, the sister, the grandmother, the mother, the friend, whoever. All right? None of our lives matter to white people. Now slavery is over. Even when it was slavery, sir, it mattered to a degree only because we were property. You're destroying my property. That's like you having 200 cars. You understand what I'm saying? And the next neighbor who's also a white man that has property is killing you, wrecking your cars. We were property, sir. And then even when the next door neighbor who was white killed the slave owner was reimbursed by the city. And this is real. So when the Casual Killing Act was enacted, they killed black people around us up on the spot, man. I said, sir, Irish people never went through that. Italian people never went through that. You didn't. So to answer your question, Brother Rich, and then we'll just bounce the whole thing off on the way I was, dude. So I'm saying that was a real conversation I had today.
Right.
So
right.
Yes, of course, all the part of the human family, all lives matter. But white kids are getting shot down in America, like black people are getting shot, black boys are getting shot down, and black women. So we forced to hold the picture side. We're forced to raise fists, to raise our voices. We're forced to stand together in solidarity and yell and scream back to racism, white supremacy, and say, yeah, you did right, black lives do matter. no other lives are going to matter unless black lives matter. But black lives matter should matter to black people. And only when it matters to black people, that's when black lives matter. Because everyone else is not going to get it until we get it. Black lives matter should matter to us.
Indeed, indeed. Won't you leave your contact information, Professor Griff, for the people to get in contact with you? Because I know you got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, my phone number is 678-557-2919. That's 678-557-2919. I got to say right here, man. Shout out. Shout out to Son Meta, man. Son yeah, I like to sound that so we can sit down and talk face to face, man. But to one degree, I'm proud of the brother for stepping it up and demonstrating the fact that he can put this music thing together, Brother Rich. You understand what I'm saying? He's bold enough to do it, man. You understand what I'm saying? I gave you a shout out, Brother Rich, on my show last night. Let the world know that your brother's a camera and a microphone and built network. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. August 5th, I'm be in Miami. August 19th, 20th, I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida. August 12th, I'm going to be in Birmingham, Alabama. So y'all call me or go to my website or just go to my Facebook page and check out the flyer with all the dates and time and everything else that's going on, man. Just email me at seriousmindinfo@gmail.com. All my information is on my website, www.professorgriff.me. As always, we're doing your thing. Hope I'll be able to do this interview with you in person. Everybody's asking, man, what Brother Rich look like? I said, I don't want to be seen like that. He's more effective behind the camera. Set man alone.
Word up.
All right, Brother Rich, man.
Well, I definitely appreciate you for coming on the show again, Professor Griff. I want to thank everybody for listening. Don't forget, make sure you sign up for the me and Professor Griff's Patreon account. Support us via PayPal as well. And we're going to see you next time, family. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Peace, family. This is Brother Rich from UGR, urging all my viewers and subscribers to help support the channel by donating just $1 to the UGR PayPal account. We appreciate the viewership and support, and we understand the power of $1. If you benefit in any way, shape, or form, we ask that you donate $1, whether it be monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, or yearly, so that we can build our brand to compete with the NBCs, the MTVs, and the Foxes of the world. I figure since Kanye could ask Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion, I can ask my subscribers to donate $1 so I could make the best possible content possible. The main objective of this channel is to inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. So hopefully throughout the years of you watching this program, you have been inspired to become the greatest version of yourself. If you would like to donate, you could go to www.paypal.com and send a donation to richandmerit7@yahoo.com. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your program.